What's going on, guys? That clap might have been muted, but what's going on, guys? I've been known to make a tier list or two. Some tier lists so quote-unquote bad that I've actually made videos reacting to people reacting to my tier lists. So here I am at the end of Season 1 of Gekishin Squadra, making a brand new tier list. And at the end of the day, guys, this tier list is going to be good, man. That is on my Ironcane seal of approval. We're gonna do it here. We're gonna do it now. I'm gonna put these PNGs next to certain letters, and you guys are gonna like it, man. It's gonna be good, dude. Everybody's gonna fuck with it. I'm gonna tweet this out. People are like, yo, W tier list, man. Yo, Ironcane actually cooked this time, man. It's gonna be insane. I can't believe it, guys. All right, let's actually get into it. All right, for real though, let's actually get into the tier list. So I think now I actually have a more accurate idea of each and every character in the game. All right, the gamers are gonna need to shut up though. Okay. All right, so let's get into it. Alrighty, so honestly, I had a hair in my mouth. Sorry, I'm stalling. Let's get into the tier list. So, I'm at the point where genuinely, I don't know if there is a Z rank character or a D character. It's kind of how I'm feeling right now. But let's, as my best buddy Slaybix would slay, let's get into it, shall we? All right, so for me personally, I guess I want to knock out. Should I just do this in order? All right, I think I want to put Gammas in S. And let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. So the Gammas are a character that were pretty bad and pretty a character that needed help very badly, right? So their biggest strength is the ability to swap between two separate health bars. In the past, I feel like it didn't really matter, and it felt like you didn't really have to respect the Gammas. Now you have to. Now you have to, and it feels like they have a lot of survivability in fights now. And they just, from my understanding, I could have sworn I saw someone in chat say this, so correct me if I'm wrong, but someone told me that at skill level, at level 1 now for the skill 1, is what this skill used to be at level 3 prior to the patch. So that's how significant of a buff that we're talking, but they, upgrade their health and just pretty much Gammas across the board. Now, what's really crazy about the Gammas is the core breaker. We're kind of skipping a couple notes here, but I just want to talk about this because of how crazy this is. This is pretty much a one-shot. Almost a guaranteed one-shot against most characters, right? And what's really strong again with this move is that if there are bosses, you can use this to guarantee the boss. I'm not talking you don't have to worry about it. You have to worry about someone sniping it. If the boss, I believe, is I don't know, they have 3/4 of their health and you use this move, you might even be able to use it if you have snowball stacks at full health and it just one-shots them. And it's just a really good confirm for bosses. Now, granted, this isn't something you're going to be able to use until late into the match, but being able to confirm a boss guaranteed like that is very, very useful. But beyond that, the Gamma Blaster feels very, very strong. It's really great for covering farm. It does a lot of great damage. The range on it is also incredible. The Gamma Impact feels pretty good. The super armor, or I guess the bonus health that you get, feels pretty good. But the most damaging move that you get off of this is definitely the Gamma Strike. The Gamma Strike, I would say, is the Gamma's hardest hitting move. I think the only weakness with this move is that I feel like maybe just because I'm an Android 18 player, it feels like you don't really move as far as you think you would with this move. It's not, it is definitely more so a damaging move than it is traversal. You can use it for traversal, but I wouldn't say it is as consistent in escaping as 18 or Oob or other people with multiple dashes are, compared to Gamma Strike. I feel like Gamma Strike is a little lacking in that regard. But in terms of flaws with this character, I think that is really the only notable one I have. Another flaw, but I think that's just like something with the character, something I hope they would patch out. Every character, say buns are on the field, the Gammas can only heal with buns depending on the Gamma you have out. So say Gamma 2, who is the Gamma that has significantly less health than Gamma 1, you need to heal him. You actually have to manually swap over and use the skill 1 to actually heal that Gamma specifically. I just feel like that's kind of annoying, and maybe that's like, you know, a nitpick to kind of like take away from the character. But I think that's something that they should change. I feel like that's kind of unfair that the Gammas are just like the one character and the entire roster that suffer from not being able to take full advantage of the buns. But maybe that's just me being biased because I love the Gammas so much. But I think they're a great character, man. I think they're a really, really good character. I think in terms of damage, again, I don't want to get into that conversation, but I think they're probably within top 5, if not top 3, right? Maybe, I mean, maybe that's being too generous, but at least top 5, in my opinion. Or they're in the conversation. Alrighty. Moving on. We have Toppo. So Toppo is an interesting character who I don't think is bad. Admittedly, I'm pretty trash with Toppo. I think I've had some instances where I've seen some success. I just don't think he's a character that fits my playstyle particularly, but I don't think that makes him a bad character. I think if the Toppo player is very, very good, I would say you could put him in A. I think that is totally fine. I think that's totally fair. I could see it. But I feel like on average, I would say most people probably with him, I feel like he's more of a B. Like, when I see a Toppo, I'm not really super scared. I'm not really super scared or intimidated. But some Toppo players can cook, and I feel like he is really good at confirming bosses. His counter is something that you legitimately have to play around. But it depends what character you are. If you're a Goku, you can low-key, depending on how many stacks you have, or if Gohan's running with you, which is something we're going to be talking about later, you could just slice right through his fucking increased health when he's countering. It doesn't fucking matter. But I think Toppo, he's an interesting character. I think there are just other damage characters that can do what he can do easier. But if you guys want to argue he's an A, that's totally fine, and I see that. I might move him later, but I think for me personally, I just think based on the Toppos I fought against, based on the Toppos I played with, I feel like B seems fair. I wouldn't go any lower than B. And I wouldn't go any higher than A, personally. I wouldn't go any higher than A, but I'm going to leave him in B for now. All right. Moving on, we have Gotenks. So I've heard some people say that Gotenks is the best technical in the game. I've heard he's essentially like a third DPS, essentially. And I would agree. I think he is low-key like a soft DPS character because, I mean, I guess the only technical side of what he's doing, I guess, is like his pull. I mean, I guess, yeah, he slows, he makes it so you can't attack, and he stuns. So I guess he is doing a lot of technical-like things, but the damage is so high off of a lot of these abilities that like he low-key doesn't even feel like a fucking technical. But I low-key want to, he's at least A. I think I want to put him in S. I think he's very good. Like, Gotenks is a character that low-key I feel like can 1v1 a lot of characters. I feel like Gotenks, like, almost with ease can 1v1 a lot of characters. I think the only characters he can't 1v1 are tanks. I think some tanks he might not be able to, like, burst through. But I think, like, definitely another tech. Definitely most damage characters. I think maybe certain tanks he's not going to be able to burst right through. I'm seeing some of the chat say Z. I think you could make that argument. I generally think you can make that argument. But there's a reason why I have another tech in mind for Z, and when we get there, I'll talk about it. And I think it's a thing that a lot of people aren't really aware of right now. But yeah. Okay. Next up is Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I mean, I feel like how I feel about him now. Again, my previous tier list, I think I had like, I probably would have done something like this. I think I want to put him in Z. I think I want to put him in Z because maybe just because of the characters I play. I mean, I guess I'll just do this now. Like, talk about it later. Oh, I didn't talk about Gotenks' moves at all. My bad. I skipped a bunch. Yeah, so Gotenks. So, oops. What makes him crazy? He's a transforming character, so he has like good survivability in fights, and he gets a big stat buff there. He applies movement speed buffs as well. His ultra stun combo is really, really insane for confirming kills for people that are running away. I've seen so many people die to this combo while they're trying to heal in a tower or trying to get, like, run away past their tower. The tracking on this is absolutely insane, especially if you've already used your vanish or your dodge. You're kind of just at this move's mercy. There's not really much you can do about it. But Donut, I think, is very good. I think it's a very skill ceiling move, unless you have it maxed out. At earlier levels, it's not really going to be that useful. Probably his weakest move, in my opinion. But, you know, I think this is something that can be very good, depending on the situation. The Ghosts are great. They're really good at confirming. They're really good at, you know, doing some burst damage. They're really good for defending. They're just so multifunctional. They're just so multifunctional. And then this move is really fucking annoying. I swear to God, a lot of times it feels like I'm not in it, and I am. And it'll make me so I can't attack towers, I can't do anything, and it's just really fucking annoying. But yeah, Gotenks is great. Super Saiyan 3 Goku. You guys know how stupid this character is. I think the thing that pisses me off about this character the most is that in the early game, you could fucking pick him off. And it actually puts you at a disadvantage because of his instant transmission, which is so fucking stupid. Like, you could literally, like, wipe bottom lane, which is typically where he goes, but regardless, you could literally wipe your lane, and if you and your partner are low, he can get an instant 2-piece right back, and then there, you lose your snowball, and he gets 2. Like, it's so fucking stupid. It's so fucking stupid, man. Honestly, I feel like they should find a way to, like, nerf that, because I think that is really stupid early game. Early game, like, late game, they want to make that a thing, whatever. But early game, to be punished for winning is so fucking stupid to me. It's so fucking stupid to me. His Kamehameha is fucking brain dead. You just, like, it's just like you're mowing a lawn, bro. It's just like you're fucking mowing a lawn with the Kamehameha, just wiping through shit. It's brainless, and it just stops you in your fucking tracks too. And to get, like, if you use your vanish, you're fucked if this guy has high snowball. And his Dragon Fist, bro, it's so annoying. Like, you think you're about to catch this guy, you think you're about to fucking cook him, Dragon Fist, and you just instantly fucking die. So, like, I mean, you guys know how stupid this character is. This character's fucking dumb. Fuck this character. Honestly, fuck Goku. Like, honestly, just fuck Goku in this game. I think all Gokus are fucking brain dead in this game. I think they're boring. I think Goku as a whole in this game is the least inspired, least interesting characters in this game. If you play him, go fuck yourself, honestly. I don't care if he's free. I don't care. Fuck you. I don't care if he has the cool Twitch skin. I don't care if you got that through watching me. Fuck you. Fuck you, bro. Like, I hate Goku. I hate Goku. I'm sorry. I hate Goku. Fuck Goku. They did nerf this character, but, like, did they? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. This character is still good as fuck. Like, he's just still good. Like they nerfed him, but he's still good. Now, there is a mechanic in this game. Honestly, I'm just gonna do this now. I'm just gonna get this out of the way now. This guy is, like, the perfect partner for these two characters. The perfect partner for these two characters, and I'll explain why. I have a video about it that I have not posted yet, but should be going up in the coming days, about how fucking stupid a strat is in this game that is Barrier Han. So if you do not know what the skill 3 of Gohan does, for the longest time, I didn't know what it did, and I pretty much just used it as an escape, which is fine, which is valid. A lot of people just, like, rush, they stun, and they kill with the Masenko, and the, you know, the stun. I don't know how to fucking pronounce this, bro. I'm calling it, like, the dash, whatever. But what this skill does is it increases your energy defense and significantly decreases the defense energy-wise for your opponents. So by doing this, This allows these two bitch-made characters to fucking implode. To fucking, like a nuke, like a bomb on your fucking forehead, bro. Like, this makes it so they can confirm whatever the fuck they want to confirm. Be it Cell Juniors, be it Kai's, be it bosses. Like, again, you guys, like, when the video drops, you guys will see what I'm talking about. Like, the amount of burst damage that you were able to do with the Gokus and this move is fucking absolutely insane. And which is why I think you can't even contest the fact that this character is Z just by the sheer value that this skill 3 provides. And honestly, the good thing is a lot of people do not know about it. A lot of people do not know about it. And low-key, it's a fucking good thing. Because the more people realize how good skill 3 is, you're going to see Gohan every single game with the Goku. And you're just going to be fucking melted. And it's not going to be fun. It's not going to be fun, dude. But beyond the skill 3, he can stun more than once with his ult. And this skill as well, which is really fucking good. His Masenko, unironically, is his worst move. Funnily enough, it's actually his worst move. And then passively, he's increasing the defense of his allies, and he's increasing their attack as well. But yeah, he's just a really good fucking character, man. He's just really, really solid. Alrighty, moving right along, we have Vegeta. Alright, guys, so Vegeta is a character who, admittedly, I did not fight. I did not fight him. I did not see him. I did not encounter him at all. And I made the argument that with Vegeta, I never came away from a match thinking like, wow, that was a really good Vegeta. Wow, that Vegeta really carried. Now, granted, I still low-key feel that way. I still low-key feel that way, but I do respect Vegeta a little bit more. I definitely respect Vegeta a little bit more. Previously, I had him in D tier with Bojack. Vegeta is definitely not D tier. He's definitely not D tier. I would say a good Vegeta player, and what I mean by that, I mean somebody that, like, he feels unkillable. He feels like, to kill this Vegeta, you actually need to focus him. Like, you need, like, 2 to 3 people to actually get him out of the fucking match. Where most Vegetas, like, say if I'm 18, I can just, you know, rush him down, do my thing, and he's out of there, right? And I laugh and I joke when I see Vegeta. So I do think I will put him in B, because I feel like he does have a skill ceiling. I do feel like to be good with Vegeta, you have to be really good at the abilities, the one to pop the ults, the one to pop the blast back and stuff like that. And I do think the other tanks are just provide more value. But if you guys want to put Vegeta in A, I respect that. I respect that. For me, I think I am going to put him in B. And in terms of value, I mean, I never really, like, get super anal about, like, the order of my tiers, because I feel like you'll be there all day. Maybe I'll do this for now, though. But let me talk about Vegeta's moves really quick. His Energy Blast Volley, it's just something to deal some damage. You do restore armor from it, which is something that I wasn't, you know, aware of. But the Explosive Wave is really fucking good and a really good way to restore your armor if you are being jumped. Honestly, I know a lot of people, they're like, oh, Photon Bomber, Photon Bomber, Photon Bomber. Honestly, I feel like Explosive Wave, being able to keep Vegeta up more. Again, I don't play Vegeta like that, but I feel like this move is low-key more valuable than Photon Bomber in the late game. Me personally, at least from the opposing side. To this day, I'm not scared of Photon Bomber. I was never scared of Photon Bomber. Like, what pissed me off is people saying, like, Photon Bomber is so crazy. Again, guys, you can just vanish out of it. Now people are like, well, actually, you could just vanish out of any move. Yeah, but, like, this move, I feel like it's pretty easy to vanish out of. Like, I don't know, I still stand by that shit. But I will say, if you are playing smart, using your Rildo, popping this, popping your Big Bang attack, and then, you know, using your Energy Blast Volley, getting all that healing and all that damage combined, I can see it. I can see you putting him in A. I just feel like I don't really play with a lot of good Vegetas, and I don't encounter a lot of good Vegetas to really say that, like, again, the way I do my tier lists is where I think characters belong based on how easy they are to use. Now, to be fair, if you want to play that game, you could maybe bring down Gohan a peg, because again, I don't think a lot of people know about Barrier. And you could say the same thing for Gammas. I don't think a lot of people... I feel like Gammas actually are a skill-based character. I think you got to know when to swap in and out of them. So you can make that argument, 100%. I just feel like for Vegeta, for the value that you get for being very good with them, I just feel like you get more value for being really good with a Gohan, being really good with a Gamma, as opposed to being really good with a Vegeta. Is that fair? Is that fair? I think that's fair. Krillin, honestly, I don't know where I put him last time. I think he's in B. I could even see somebody argue C. I think he... is he the worst? Oh, no, he's not the worst tech. I think Krillin has fallen off. Has he fallen off? Nah, I still think Krillin is good, man. I still think Krillin is pretty good. I just feel like I'm not seeing as many Krillins these days, just because I do think there are... I think a lot of people are discovering how good Hit is now. And I think a lot of people are playing Gotenks, who is really good. He's pretty easy at being good. Let's go ahead and take a look at Krillin. So, Krillin's strongest move is his energy mines. And these are still very fucking annoying. They still do lots and lots of damage. Solar Flare is also really fucking annoying, basically stopping you from playing the game for amount of time, which is really fucking annoying. Scatter Energy Wave is pretty much just to, like, snipe, to, like, confirm kills, and, yeah, I mean, snipe. Strundo Disc is very good at sniping, and actually the damage on it is really, really good. I think Krillin is really solid. Honestly, I think A is fair. I just think, like, I don't know. Like, A just feels right. A to B just feels right for me. I don't really have much to say, but I just feel like that feels fair. I'm seeing A is kind of wild. Is A too high? I think B. All right. I think that's fair. Twitch chat, I agree. I think B feels fine. I think he has fallen off a little bit. That doesn't make him bad, by the way. I think B is, like, fine. But I will say, I feel like a really good Krillin, I think, is better than these guys. I'm not gonna lie. But Krillin is also kind of brain dead, too. It's interesting. Super Saiyan 3s in every game means mines don't work. I guess that's fair. I don't know. Let me not do this, because people are going to be like, why do you have my order? What the fuck? Oh, Trunks, that's an easy B. I think you guys know, if you guys have played this game long enough, if you heard people talking about Trunks, I think Trunks is a solid character. He's just very squishy. He's very snowball dependent. And he is somebody that confirms kills. He's not really the guy that's, like, doing the initial damage, at least not early game, right? He's really good at confirming. I think he's pretty solid. But he's literally the snowball character. Now, granted, I'm not super familiar with him. I feel like I've never really... I've never came away from a game, at least in this later portion of Season 1, thinking, like, wow, that was a really good Trunks. Wow, that Trunks was insane, right? Now, granted, maybe it's just because he's not that popular compared to other DPS. But, I really don't see you putting him any higher than A, and that might even be Glaze. I don't really see you putting... I think anything lower than B is probably too much, in my opinion. Alright, next up, we have Piccolo. Where do I want to put Piccolo? I feel like I'm gonna be putting a lot of people in B, man. I feel like Piccolo is in B as well. All right, let's look at his kit. Let's look at his kit for real. Now, Piccolo, I feel like, is a very... Actually, what am I saying? But no, never mind. I forgot about Superstar. I feel like for Superstar alone, yeah, he's an A. Yeah, man, his Light Grenade is crack. I think Light Grenade is, like, absolutely fucking, like... Bro, I have been killed by Light Grenade at full fucking health with Superstar. Now, granted, that is, like, putting a lot of money into Superstar. But that's still, like, you know, goes to show how strong he is, right? Like, Light Grenade is absolutely fucking insane. Special Beam Cannon is good, but like, you have to, like, land your shots. Obviously, Light Grenade is very forgiving. It, you know, Hell Zone Trap is pretty solid as well. I feel like it's fairly easy to avoid. Demon Whip, you know, just a good get in, get out move, however you want to use it. Pretty versatile. But yeah, he's just a high DPS character. I think he takes a lot of skill. He's a character that, like, he can get jumped very easily. Like, as an 18 player, I kind of, like, lick my lips a little bit at the idea of seeing a Piccolo in my lane. But if there is Superstart, or if he's snowballed, and, like, you know, I gotta be careful with those light grenades. But, like, once you get on top of Piccolo, and, like, if he doesn't have the whip, he's pretty much fucked. You know what I mean? Like, he's not super tanky. And I feel like, you know, I don't really see people being super smart with the Demon Whip. But, I think for the sheer amount of DPS he can perform, and his ability to snipe bosses, and just people sometimes just saying YOLO fucking, and Special Beam Cannon into the clouds, and, like, you know, picking off people, getting collaterals. Like, Piccolo's the only character, I guess, besides the Gokus, that you can, like, collateral with. So for that, you know, I think that is fair. I think that is fair. 18. I feel like 18 is, like, actually 18 is actually a B. I think 18 is actually a B in most people's hands, but I want to put her in A. I want to put her in A. I love 18, bro. 18 is my main DPS. I love 18 a lot. She's very simple, very fun. She's just like a rushdown character. I think where she struggles the most, I talked about this in the previous video. Pretty much she just struggles late game, because her whole thing is, like, picking people off and getting in and out, right? But it's very difficult when the whole team is grouped up, especially if there's, like, a Caulifla, or, like, you know, people are, like, taking your attention away from, like, whittling one person down at a time. She's not really good at team fights. She's really good at, like, taking people. She's, like, basically like she's an assassin. She's like an assassin type character. Her lightning stab does insane amounts of damage, especially if you have a lot of assault rush stacks. Excel dash is really insane. When you have this at level 3, you can, like, go bang, 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 boom, boom, boom. And then in between all her moves, when you rush attack, you were able to have, like, this little lightning strike, which a lot of people, myself included, early on playing 18, that a lot of people don't use, which is really good. Right there, she did it, which gives you some nice added DPS. Now, what I will say for 18 players struggling in the later game, when you want to fight, but you can't get in the fight, say you're low, or just, like, it's not really safe for you to get in, Destructo Disc is going to be your best friend. If you want to get Destructo Disc to level 3, and you're just going to want to fucking toss these out into the fight, you could snipe bosses potentially, you could get kills, and if you have high assault rush, they track really fucking crazy. That's basically my biggest recommendation to you, is to throw in Destructo Discs while your team is fighting. That way you don't have to sacrifice your life and your snowballs, right? And then her ult is insane. It's essentially a one-shot once you get a lot of Excel dashes. There's only a few characters in this game, and honestly, they're only tanks that can survive this ult when you have, like, full assault target, whatever the fuck, you know, passive shits on them. Boo. I'm not gonna lie, my gut wants to put him in S, but I think I'll put him in A. I think Boo is very good, man. I think Boo is very fucking good, actually. I don't know why they nerfed him so much to the degree that they did, because I feel like Boo wasn't really that insane, but now I think he's in a very good place. He's a character that can debuff. He's a character that can slow. He's a character that can heal. Literally the only character that can heal allies in this game. And what a lot of people actually don't realize is this Candy Ray actually does heal allies. This little ring that he creates is a healing ring. So it is very, very good. His Ready Go, essentially his push skill, is really fucking good too. This does a lot of high damage DPS, especially to bosses and to Kais. If you're just on them, it has active frames. So as long as you're, like, constantly on whatever you want to hit, and most bosses don't move because they don't flinch, you're gonna be able to do lots and lots and lots of damage. You could build, I've seen people build Boos defensively. I've seen people build Ratty Boos. I've seen people build DBS Boos. Boo is such a flexible character now, and he's such a valuable asset to the team with his healing ray. He makes characters feel unkillable now. And honestly, I think I do want to put him in S. I think I do want to give him that respect. I think average, like, even if you're, like, shit with Boo, at least if you're healing people, I feel like he's A. But if you're healing people and, like, doing good on damage, I think he's an easy S. I think he's an easy S for me. Zamasu is a character who is somebody that I, like, pretty much wrote off for a long time. I thought he was pretty ass and kind of whatever. I think he's in this camp. You could maybe argue A for similar reasons as Vegeta. I think these guys are kind of interchangeable. I think they pretty much fulfill the same role. They're just, like, unkillable. I think that is pretty much their whole thing. Their damage isn't, like, super insane, but they are pretty much just unkillable. I think if you were playing with a really good Vegeta or really good Zamasu, you could 100% argue A. I get that 100%. For me personally, though, I lick my lips when I see most Vegetas and Zamasus as an 18 player. Again, maybe I have some bias here. If you want to argue that, that's totally fair. But I feel like I wouldn't go any higher than S. I think at that point, you're kind of going crazy with Vegeta and Zamasu. But I feel like these characters essentially are the same and they fulfill the same role to me. I feel like they pretty much just accomplish the same things. I mean, we could go ahead and look at his kit and talk about it. But Zamasu is the only character in the game that essentially has 2 health bars. Or he has 2 lives. I mean, not 2 health bars. But heavily narrow, you know, fine. Reduces movement speed. He has a dash, which is good for getting into fights, getting out of fights. He has a move that causes some bleed. And then he has a move that, you know, slows down. And, you know, it's very simple. He's a very simple character. But I think he's decent now with his buffs. Baby. It's funny because every tank in this game has been buffed besides Caulifla, Cooler. Well, I guess it's, you know, almost half the tanks. But, part of me wants to put Baby in C. Low key. I love Baby Young Body. Like, I love Baby, bro. I feel like at best, Baby is B. I think he is, but I think I gotta put him in C. I think I gotta put Baby in C. And the reason why a great Baby player is an easy S, a trash Baby player is probably D. Yeah, Baby's tough, man, because Baby is very reliant on his team. He's very reliant on his team. Yo, what's up, Sax? Sax, I like Baby, bro. Baby was, like, my favorite tank in the game, but I feel like the issue with Baby is that, like, he is so, dependent on his team. Like, if his team is not there, at least the way that I want to play Baby, and I feel like the way you play Baby, like, you play Baby very aggressive, you're pushing them back, you're slowing them, and then after you do all that, you hop into your ally, right? And then rinse and repeat. But you need that ally. You really need that ally. And if you don't have an ally, this skill is essentially useless. If you, like, I want you guys to think about that and consider that, right? If you are by yourself, you essentially have a skill that cannot do anything for you. Like, I just want you to think about that for a sec. Now, granted, I think for me, how I play Baby, and I think, you know, Baby is, I think B is fair. I saw somebody say S. I think that is kind of gas. I think A is the highest I would absolutely put Baby. I think S is very fucking insane. But again, I kind of look at these characters and where I place them on the approachability and how easy they are to pick up and how much value you get for being good at them. I just feel like other tanks provide a little bit more. But that's just me. So his ult gives you, like, super armor depending on how many people you hit with it. This is a slow move. Really great for taking out ads when it's, like, level 3. And then so is this skill. Baby is really fun. I like Baby a lot. It's tough because I feel like if they buff him, he'd be really fucking crazy. Because he actually was the best tank in the game. I think in beta. But I just feel like he's very team synergy dependent. And I feel like if you say otherwise, I feel like you are kind of lying to yourself. Maybe C is too harsh, but I wouldn't go any higher than B personally. Personally. At least in the way I'm grading these characters. Frieza, I'll give A. I think Frieza is a very... I mean, maybe you could argue S. I think he's A. I think people are starting to wise up to Frieza a little bit. Frieza is very dependent on how smart his opponents are. If people do not focus Zarbon, then Frieza can feel like the most annoying character, strongest character in the game, especially if that Frieza is running Snowball, right? Dodoria is annoying. Honestly, Frieza is the best defender. I think full stop, I think Frieza is probably the best character at defending a tower in the game, because if you place these two people right, or you play Zarbon and Dodoria right, you won't even be able to chip a tower. Like, you won't even be able to chip it just by the sheer amount of damage that Zarbon can do and how far that Dodoria can push you back. And then Frieza is really fucking ratty. He's inherently really fast. He's able to move really quick. He doesn't get flinched by, or he doesn't flinch by certain moves, or he has to get hit by moves repeatedly to get flinched. And combine that into this move, which increases his movement speed, and for allies that are near him, it increases, you know, the damage of his minions. And then his ult is just really good at defending, really good at sniping bosses, and just really good at defending lanes in general. I think Frieza is a really, really solid character. But I feel like he is a hard character if you do not get him. Like, even me, somebody that I feel like I'm pretty solid at Frieza, I still feel like my placements for my minions could be better, and that just goes to show how important the placements for Zarbon and Dodoria can be. I feel like he's very fucking insane. If you want to argue that he's an S, I think that is totally valid. I think that is totally valid. For me, I just feel like at approachability and for skill ceiling, I feel like I have to put him in A. Baby, my gut is still saying C, man. My gut is still saying C. We might move him later. Oh, actually, we'll do this. Yeah, man. Dabura is a character that I see on the field, and I'm just not intimidated by at all. I am not afraid of Dabura. Dabura is, funnily enough, like when I saw the Gammas is how I feel about Dabura now. Like, he's just not really that scary to me. Like, I don't know, like, he just doesn't really... I've seen, like, my buddy Wolf, he's a big Dabura defender. I think he's fun, I think he's interesting, but I feel like other characters just do more damage, and I feel like the stone is really strong. But, like, I feel like, you know, Dabura, where he puts people in the stone, other DPSs would have just killed their opponent by the time that you would have put somebody in stone. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't know. It's tough because if they buffed Dabura too much, he might be too good. I don't know. It's a very difficult place. It's a very difficult place for Dabura. I think he's an interesting character. Obviously, he's really, really strong against tanks. But I feel like that's his main claim to fame. I think that's his main claim to fame. Honestly, I could see people saying this. I could see it. I could genuinely see it. I think if you put him, honestly, I think if you put him higher than C, I think you're kind of nuts. I think you're kind of nuts. Like, anything higher than B, I think I need to, like, watch your movements, man. I think you need to be on watch, bro. Cooler's crazy. Cooler's really fucking good. I think these guys are kind of just in a league of their own, personally, in terms of, like, what they're able to provide and how they can carry. I mean, you could argue this. You really could argue this. But, yeah, Cooler's insane. Cooler is, very fucking good. He's always been very good. I don't know if they plan on nerfing him or anything like that. Cooler easily Z. Alright. He can transform, so it gives him some survivability and buffs all his stats. And he's able to just be straight up immune to damage when he uses moves. I mean, you guys know. You know, he's just really fucking good. He's 18's counter, so I fucking hate Cooler. And if I see the opponent running a Cooler, I have to go top. It sucks. But yeah, he's just really fucking good. I feel like I yapped about him, you know, a lot in the previous video. His ult is really good. It's really good for defending, really good for bosses. Chase is really good for escapes, for closing in. Death Stopper, really good for stopping movement skills and just slowing opponents down. Death Beam, really fucking good. Just in general, has a really wide range, and the continuous damage is really good. Cooler's just really good. Cooler's just really fucking good. Yeah, alright. You guys want to put him in Z? We can put him in Z. Fine. I think that's fair. Oob. Oob, I think is B. I think he's B. Maybe, like, you could argue A. I think he's B. He's a character that I think can be very good, but I feel like you have to also be good. You know what I mean? I think he's very solid. Like, he has some good snipes. He has some, you know, good DPS. He has some good vulnerability. I think he's a very solid character. But yeah, that's kind of it. I think that's it. I think he's solid. I think I said I don't really like, again, I'm not super familiar with Oob. I don't play Oob. Like, I think he's interesting. I think he's cool. I don't know what he needs, admittedly. Like, maybe this needs like something. I don't know. Maybe this needs more. Like, I don't know. I just feel like he's just missing something. He's just missing something. Oob is like a weak A. I could see that. I could totally see that. But I feel like for me, I think he's B. I think for the average player, he's B. I think if you're really good, godly, you know, sure. But I think just like looking at these characters here and like who's really easy and like the value you get for them, I think I like where we're at. Bojack, honestly, shout out ZVG. Part of me wants me to put him in low B. I think people are finally starting to actually figure out Bojack and how he's supposed to be played. Bojack's issue, however, is that he cannot confirm kills. He cannot confirm kills. He's not a kill confirmer. He is there to deal damage and be a bitch. That's it. He's there to be a bitch, do damage, throw out his minions, do his shit, but be a bitch. It's essentially Bojack's thing. He can do lots and lots of damage with his ult with high snowball stacks, assuming you get those stacks. This is good at slowing. And this is good at defending. This can be really good burst damage. But the thing is, he cannot be in the opponent's face. He cannot be in the opponent's face. He plays like a bitch. If you play him like a bitch, you stay in the back and you're just throwing shit out from afar, dealing lots of damage. You're doing your job. But you have to hope and pray, cross your fingers, cross your toes, and hope that your allies clean up the the opponents when you deal the damage. Because if they're not, then you're doing a lot of damage, but people aren't dying. He's very dependent on your allies cleaning up. If they're not cleaning up after you, then you basically lose all the value of being Bojack. That's it. That's it. That's it. Caulifla, I think that's an easy Z for me. I think Caulifla is absolutely insane. I think her Wrath is just so very good. I think she's one of the only counters to Super Saiyan 3 Goku just because of her provoked passive. I think she's just very insane. I think her Storm Kick is really good. Blaze Dive is good. If you're smart with this, you can use this to escape. I'll throw this on minions and ads or whatever you want to call them to escape. It's really good for getting in, confirming kills. This is really good for getting people off of towers when it's at level 3, for escapes, obviously, or for boxing opponents in. Her ult is very... I think a lot of people don't like her ult. I like her ult. I like her ult. It's good for going in. It's good if you want to escape. You can use this to escape as well. People throw out Rildo. This will allow you to kind of like go past a Rildo. I built Caulifla defensively. I have put Snowball on her, and I think she's very, very, very multifunctional, and I just like her a lot. I think she's very fucking cool. I think she's very fucking cool. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Yeah, good point, chat. Yeah, this allows you to avoid damage, like energy damage, for some time. So, like, say if you see a Super Saiyan 3 throw out a Kamehameha, you could pop this and then, stall for a second too. So, very good move. Damagoku, I think, is Z. Actually, no. He's S. He would be Z, but I do think he like, to be true to like my point of doing this tier list, putting people based on how good I think they are by how approachable they are. I mean, you can even argue he's A, but I feel like a good Damagoku player is low-key the best character in the game. I think Damagoku, if you're going up against a good Damagoku, I think he could arguably be the best character in the game. Pansy Bomb is just so fucking strong. It's just so fucking strong. The Glorio Lightning Bolt is very strong and just eliminating ads at high levels. And then Power Pole Dance, just provides you some needed defense. Still, like, not a big fan of this move, but, it does something, right? And then Swift Spark, I think, is really fucking good. A lot of people, I think, sleep on this ult or, like, call it shit. They don't really realize how it works. Basically, you want to aim it as far away as possible from you. And since Damagoku inherently is a bitch rat character, you should be playing that way anyway, right? So whether people are running away from you or just inherently, you're playing away with the Wasabi Bomb, you just use this to close the gap, kill, or snipe bosses, snipe Kai, snipe whatever the fuck. And bing, bang, boom, people will die. Yeah, he's very good. Cell? I want to put him in A, man. I do. I really, really do. I really, really, really do. But if I want to be true to my arguments and like what I've been saying in terms of approachability and value, I feel like he's probably B. I think he's B. Cell's biggest issue is that he's very dependent on how the match is going. He's very, very dependent on how the match is going. If you are winning your lane, you will reach perfect form like this. Cell is D. No offense. Whitehead, you're trash. I don't know. I think you are. That is insane. That is insane. I think if you're saying Cell is in D, I think you're silly. Cell is one of the hardest characters to get away from. He's the hardest character to get away. Cell is one of the characters that is the best at reliably catching Frieza. Like, he is so fucking good. So fucking good in the late game. Again, the issue is the bioenergy mechanic is his greatest strength and can also be his greatest weakness. I've had conversations with fellow creators like my boy Slay. He's of the mind that Cell should just level up at level 7 like every other character. But if you are cooking with Cell, if you are cooking with him, dude, you could get perfect at level 4 and 5 sometimes, depending on how the match is going and how well you're doing and how well you're farming, right? So with that, I do like how it is. I do like how it is. But if you're losing the lane, if you're losing the farm, if you're not getting kills, you could be in first form for like 7 minutes, and that fucking sucks. Because you are squishy as shit, your ult is significantly worse, and you're just not able to do what Cell wants to do. I've run Snowball on Cell, but unless you have a really, really good team, I wouldn't recommend it. I think you typically primarily want to run Cell tanky. You just want to put all green cards on him, or like do 2 green cards and do the backstab for the raid smash. But Cell is just so good because you can raid smash in the Big Bang Crash. So you like grab them slow, grab them slow, slow grab, especially if you're using the backstab card. This will lower the cooldown and you'll just be able to keep fucking grabbing them and make it so they can't leave you. And pretty much if you were caught by Cell, there's really not much you can do. You kind of need an ally. Or unless you're another tank that can throw out a Rildo, there's not a lot you can do if this Cell is like, he's got fast cooldowns with this skill. There's really not much you can do. So for that, I think... Oh, Oma, thank you for the 3 months, pal. Thank you, pal. Yeah, I mean, I want to put... I think Cell, a really good Cell, you could argue is like S. I think average Cells, I would say, are A, but I feel like he is a harder character. So I will put him in B, just to be consistent, like, with what I've been saying. 17, I low-key want to put in D. Can I be so for real? I think 17's fucking trash. I think 17's fucking trash. Genuinely, I think 17 is not good. I really don't think he's that great. I think Barrier Knuckle is like this. This is the worst dash in the game. It feels like it has no fucking impact and does no damage. Barrier Ball is pretty good, deals some decent damage, and then with this passive, you're able to get a couple more shots off with it. It's pretty solid. Android Barrier is the reason why you play 17. Pretty much what you do, 17 is the carrot on the stick character. Your job as 17 is to make your ally look as sexy, smell good, look good, like look so tantalizing to your opponent that they just like they're like Drake smelling a fucking pie and fucking floating because they can't help but chase down your opponent or your ally. Then boom, you pop Android Barrier, and if they're low, you kill them. That's it. That's it, essentially. Counter Barrier is cool. It can counter, you know, Spirit Bombs and Beams. And it can be like a last-ditch effort to survive and like kind of turn the tide of battle. But yeah, he just feels underwhelming. He's probably here, but I feel like he belongs here. Truthfully. Honestly, I'm gonna keep him in D. I mean, I will say, I don't know. Because I feel like if you're a bad Bojack player, or most Bojack players, you are here, though, to be fair. It is probably this. I am giving Bojack a lot of leeway based on, like, how really good Bojack players can be. But I just feel like good 17s don't even make that much of an impact on the match. So I feel like he's not that approachable. And even when you do get really good with him, I feel like every other tech in the game is just better. Like, that's why I feel like he's just D, you know? Am I crazy? Alright. Well, I guess I want to make a good tier. I mean, I want to put him here. Oh, yeah, hit a Z. Hit a Z if you're good with him. I low-key think he deserves A for his difficulty, because I feel like most hit players are not good. I think people are starting to understand hit more and get better with him. But I will give him S just by the sheer amount of shit that you could do with him, how much of a rat he is, how good he is at getting in and out of fights and stuff like that. Hit is just, he's a very hard character. He's a very hard character, but if you're good with Hit can Hit can solo any DPS, any other technical. The only characters you can't solo are tanks. But if you're good with Hit, you can solo a DPS from full fucking health. He is absolutely fucking insane, and he's great at backdooring. He's the backdooring god, besides Frieza. I just feel like in terms of, like, if Goku or Gohan has barrier, Hit would be the best technical in the game, right? And I think if you look at it from a perspective on just like them alone, Hit is the best technical in the game. But I think for what Gohan is able to provide for his team, that is why I say he is better than Hit in that regard. But if you are to go tit for tat, them by themselves, I think Hit is better, in my opinion. Kale, I feel like she's not an easy brain dead character personally. I feel like most people would do this. I mean, if I'm gonna have Piccolo in A, I probably should have Kale in A too. Yeah, Kale's whole thing is like setting up explosions with her moves, essentially, and then her ult is just really fucking good. Her ult is really good. Yeah, man. I mean, what do you want me to fucking say? Her whole thing is basically throwing this ball out, popping blaster shot, and then you could use like charge force, you know, here and there as well. And then her transformation is basically just like, oh, you die now, the move. So she's easy S at least. Elusive again. This is coming from the perspective of like the everyman. The everyman. You know what I mean? I feel like you do like have to be good at landing the moves together with her. I feel like I feel like a lot of people say Kale is brain dead, but low-key you do have to be good with Kale. You do actually have to know what you're doing. You know what I mean? You do have to be good with Kale. Like a good Kale, I will give you S. I will give you S, but I feel like keep in mind she has no escape moves. She has no moves to get out. It shouldn't be the everyman. It should be based on which players are worth mastering. Respectfully, chatter, you could do that for your tier list. Like if that's what you think the tier list should be, you can make that tier list. This is the tier list I'm making, champ. But yeah, I feel like if you're a good Kale player, S, I totally agree with that. But I feel like if you're not, you know, landing your shit, if you're not timing it well, if you're too into the fight, she can get picked off very easily. You got to play smart with her. You do have to play smart with her. Her cooldowns have really hurt her. That's what I'm saying. I think as we've learned her, when she uses her ult, she's not scary anymore. She's not scary anymore. Or as scary as she is. Because then you could just pounce her, right? You could just pounce her. But easy S. Y'all can put her in S in your tier list, man. I just feel like she's not a brain dead pick-me-up character. Well, I guess to be fair. Because to be fair, maybe she does deserve S. Because I'm thinking about it. These guys are basically the same argument. Yeah, I guess she'll be an S. I'll put her in S. Because these three are basically the three kings of like hard to master. But if you master them, they are godlike. They are godlike. To be fair. And if I'm going to put these two in S, I low-key have to put her in S too. That's fair. That is fair. That is fair. Just to like be consistent. I should do this. I'm gonna do this. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do one thing to piss off Twitter. I'll do one thing to piss off Twitter. I don't care. That's it. I'll do one thing to piss off Twitter. Sorry guys, I'm dropping it. I'm dropping it. I don't care. I'm gonna do one thing to piss off Twitter. I think 17 provides no value. I think he is an easy character, and for that you could argue and see. But even when you get good with him, I don't think it even matters. I don't think he's that good. I don't think he's that good, bro. I think Twitter wants to see this. Twitter would probably rather see this. Right? They'd probably rather see this. That's what Twitter wants to see. But But what makes sense for my tier list? Because I want to be consistent here. It's probably just this then. It's probably just this. And these guys, I guess it's this. Bojack does way too little damage. No, Bojack's whole thing is damage. But he's too far away. Said at the beginning of the video, no one B and D. I lied. I lied. Alright. I think this looks good. I'm content with this. I'm content with this. I'm happy with this. Would it be consistent? 17 is in C. But the thing is, I don't think he's that good. So you're telling me that Gamers are better than Daima? Ali, I don't really give a fuck about the order of where characters are in the tiers. I don't really care to do that shit because I feel like you'll be here all fucking day. I mean, now that you brought it up and like, you know, like you're like the blonde kid from Polar Express. I guess I could fucking do this for you so you shut the fuck up about it. But I do think the Gammas are very good. I do think the Gammas are very good. Yeah, truth. I never really like to do the left to right shit and like the tiers. I just like to put them where I think they belong and then like that's it. I feel like you get too into the weeds of like, oh, this character should be here and that character should be like I don't give a fuck. Like if they're B, they're B. Like why do I care about this character's better in B? Like who cares? Like I don't really care that much. All right. That's gonna be the video. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Comment down below your thoughts and subscribe to the Ironcane channel for more videos like these. We'll see how the tier list changes in season 2. Characters go up, characters go down, but overall, I'm pretty happy with this. Let's look at our previous tier list. Wow, I had Krillin in S. Wow. I had 17 in A. And Boo in D. Wow. Wow. How times have changed. I still don't think this is a terrible list. I think all people wanted to see was like this. And I think it would have been fine. I think it would have been fine, honestly. Alright, y'all. That's the video. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one.